What is poppin', Bag Brigade? I was hoping somebody was going to jump on this with me tonight, but I guess that's just not the case. Again, has that ever stopped me from doing it anyway? Um, all right. Well, if anybody wants to join, you're more than welcome to. I can set it up very quickly. I have no problem with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and do what I said I was gonna do. So, that being said, why don't you go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe, find us on Instagram. It's in the at Bag Brigade, on Instagram. Uh, you can follow us on Twitter. I'll post the links. I think they're already on here. What am I doing? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, today was interesting. Today was a hell of a day. Right now, you're looking at the SPY 15-minute chart, but I don't know who followed me on the Tesla, but we went in the money today, a day before expiration. And what did we buy these on Monday? Or I think it was, yeah, and we've been down like the whole time. And then boom, baby. But I scaled in pretty heavily. Like I was holding 20 contracts. Uh, Sold out 18 of them, scaled out at different prices. I don't know what the average is. I'll look later, but got two runners left as they expire tomorrow. But Apple, oh my God, Apple. Like, did you see this move it made at the end of the day? Like, we've been struggling. Like, I'm in the 190 calls that expire next Friday. And this is the biggest move we've seen. Wait, are you gonna, load? Well, that's just weird. Maybe I need to use Weeble, I guess. Trading View, step it up. But yeah, Apple right here. Um, just parabolically, went basically up to the levels that we were at. Like what was that earlier in the week before we had the I think the CPI flush, which is a huge move, and it happened in after hours, which is crazy. And it was wild yesterday too, because like they had crazy news in after hours. Like same with Tesla. We killed it on Tesla. Oh man, we killed it on Tesla. Tesla brought to you by Tesla. I don't want to take your heads out too much tonight. I do want to go over some important things though, and what maybe to expect going forward for the rest of the week, as well as what we've seen and what we've witnessed. With that being said, I'm gonna crack a beer real quick, and I'll even show my pretty ass face for y'all for once. I mean, I know I don't do it that often, but it's a pretty, it's a pretty beautiful thing. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just fucking with you. But no, no, I mean, I am. I'm literally, that was not what I tried to do. All right. So, cheers. Oh, that's good. I hope you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, all know exactly kind of. I take this bag brigade very seriously. I've dumped everything I have into it. I'm talking to investors. I'm doing everything. I mean, yeah, like I know y'all love the call outs from Logo and me or Jess and or Max, Rick or whoever. But this is so much bigger than that. Like we're offering I think things that I know we haven't fully implemented them yet, but that's why I paused premium. It only seemed fair to me to do so. You know, I felt like the integrity, like the safety integrity of the server was being compromised. I just I think we got a good crew, and I'm gonna relaunch premium next week. But like, don't worry about paying or anything right now. I'm not even tripping. It's only for new members, and we're gonna work something out. But that's not the point of this video. It was never. It was never. But if anybody's watching this right now, Chucky Sheps. Brett, hold on. Brett, are you actually online right now? Did you fucking, or excuse my language, did you just say that? If you in here, give me a GG. That's the funniest thing I think I've heard all day, bro. That was a little exposing to my identity, by the way. Okay. I don't know if I really appreciate that. Sorry, Chad. Just had to laugh at that one. Anyways. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it. That was really fucking funny, man. So you are watching. All right. All right. Cool. I love it, bro. I mean, motherfucker. Oh, I gotta stop saying that, man. Like YouTube's gonna like fuck. Oh, they're gonna hurt me. Anyways, dude, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know why I'm laughing so hard at that. Anyways, thanks for being on the show, brother. You know I love you, man. Like, you need to be more active in the server, bro. Like, I don't ever see you. What the fuck's up? What's up with that, man? You know? All right, well, cool. I mean, since Brett, I think, is the only one watching right now. Yeah, he's like my only audience. So I'm basically doing a show for Brett, my boy. Oh my god. All right. So I'm gonna just go over a couple things real quick. We're gonna start at the top here, and we're gonna look at SPY. Uh, so SPY basically this is on 15 minutes. Let's go an hour. We had that dip. I think that was that CPI dip, yeah, and literally hit like the lower point of control volume profile right here. I mean, I can throw some pivots on if you want, just to give you an idea. But I mean, I think it speaks for itself as far as volume goes. Yeah, I mean, it slipped below, but it immediately bounced off that line right there, and then boom. And then we've been on a tear since. But like the most exciting thing, at least for me, because I've been in Tesla calls that expire tomorrow. And I bought them on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. So Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. I think I bought, yeah, I did. I bought them right here because I thought it was going to keep going because of how, like, the chart from a technical standpoint just looked so beautiful. But no, they got hit, right? And it just was insane. And I scaled in, like, to the point where I had 20 contracts at about 72 cents, or, $72 per contract. And then today came and I scaled it. I did my first scale out here. And then I just kept scaling and scaling and basically made about a 600% return on that play. So a couple thousand. Plus, I have two runners left. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, this setup was too perfect. I showed it on even my Twitter. I posted it in the Discord. But yeah, no, I wasn't playing around. I mean, I saw it. I mean, 30% down, trend line up. 30% down, trend line up. 30% down, trend. It just only made sense, and it actually did clear above this red line today, so it's still within the channel, and it could go further. I to the point where I bought puts on them too, just like to any downside that we see next week, I can capitalize on that. So for those who don't understand how to play the market that way, um, you can play both sides. You don't just have to bet on it going up. Obviously, you can buy puts and bet on it going down. And I like to do that. So I'm actually hedged at the moment, but the calls have completely outweighed the puts that I bought. But when I sell the calls out tomorrow, the remaining two, next week, who knows what happens? Maybe Tesla makes this run, but then comes right back down, and then the puts become in the money. So it's a great way to play, and you can make hundreds or thousands of percents doing these types of things. But that's not, again, the point of the video. Let me go back here. We're gonna go here. So as you can see, I'll turn extended off, but Tesla did make the run finally after bouncing off of this is on a 1 hour chart. It's the support level number one pivot point, literally like to a T. Broke right back through its original point of control pivot point, which should be the point of control where the volume is as well. And then broke through the high point volume on the hour, broke above resistance one, and trying to fill the gap from the earnings play. If this thing keeps running, I mean, we could see Tesla at 205, 210. Um, that's not going to be good for my puts, but you know what? The calls have totally outweighed it. Um, but okay, so there's reasons why Tesla is doing what it's doing. I don't know if anybody paid attention. So Elon decided yesterday as the market closed, and you can see the reaction of what happened when the market closed yesterday. Tesla kind of went a little bonkers. Uh, I got to put on the 1 minute so I can just kind of give you an idea. Like you see, look at that. It was almost like an earnings call. But news was released that Elon basically was buying back into Elon or Tesla. So people like that. And it was well deserved because they've been getting so clapped. I mean, literally just getting oops, just hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, this is the last year, December, or actually December 2022, January 2023, when it got to 100. Man, that would have been a great buying opportunity. Well, especially if you sold here. It has come, what was this, June, July? Yeah, when they almost got to 300. Yep. Yep. I lost money on that play. Um, they're at a good level. I mean, obviously it's bouncing straight off of the 23.6 fib level from its low in December of 22 back to its high of what was that, October or November of 21? Yeah. Well, so I mean, it's in a healthy range. It's got a nice gap to fill, and I mean, uh, we need to turn moving averages on, but I mean, it just today literally broke and closed above its 20-day, but it still has the 50-day, which happens to be literally touching the 30, sorry, the 22.8, I think, fib level. Get out of my way, man. Or no, the 38.2. So that's kind of convenient. So you got this gap to deal with, which it should fill. You probably have some fighting around 211.83. If this keeps going in this direction, you're definitely going to have problems right here at 222. Okay, you're going to have a lot of issues here. For the plain fact that that's a fib level, you have the 50-day moving average, you have the 100 literally right above it, and then the next resistance level above that around 224-ish, 222, 23. You also have to deal with the 200-day moving average. But everything else is pointing in the bullish direction for Tesla. I will say that. Um, sorry, Brad. I got you. Gaining some knowledge tonight. Yes, you are, man. Cheers, brother. I'm just going over the plays that we did this week. I know that you haven't been participating, but um, it's all that's what we do this for. It's to educate, anyways. You know what I mean? So that's Tesla, guys. I mean, we'll see what Tesla does tomorrow. I mean, it could come down, but it's been on a fucking run. And the other plays that I'm in right now, we got Apple. I did take. I don't even talk about Roku right now. Let's see. Let's take those off. The Amazon. All right. So this is Apple. Apple's been getting hit actually very hard lately. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not, it ain't that great. Here's their earnings, like had bad earnings, but like, boom, you know what? They bounced right off this level, which happens to be where at that same time was the 200-day moving average, which is super important. If y'all don't understand how moving average, like on high time frames work, like they're very, you need to pay attention to this stuff. Let me show you exactly what I mean by this. So this is a daily, every candle represents a day, one day on Apple. This orange line right here, that's the 200-day moving average. It's one of the most important, and I would say it's tied with the 50-day moving average as far as importance. And that would be this white line. But if you notice something, I mean, it's very rare to see Apple break below the 200-day moving average, right? I mean, especially at least since what, about a year ago, when the banking, when the, no, it was in December. It was when tech was flushing with Tesla. Okay, fine, great. And then this was when we had our first real, you know, big lows in the bear market. But at the end of the day, even going back in time, you can see that it just doesn't really break below the 200-day moving average. It's very rare. And if it does, even slightly, it rebounds. Like that was their earnings like a week or two ago. It opened up way below it, but it shot right back up. I mean, it's so my thesis is okay, I've been down on these. I've been down on my calls, my 190 apples, 190 strike Apple calls. Uh basically since I got them. But and they had bad news yesterday. Warren Buffett decided to take a huge stake out, like take his stake out, like not all of it completely, but he sold a decent portion of it. So it wasn't the best news, but if you get a little more granular here, and I turn back to normal stuff like pivots and shit like that. Apple went on a tear right when the market closed. Like it was starting to go up at the end of the day. And I was like, yes, finally, finally. But then when it closed, it even shot up more. And it had something to do with, yeah, it had a lot to do with something with AI, of course. Apple nearly ready with AI tool to compete with Microsoft GitHub Copilot. Okay, it was news like that that shot it up, and then Tesla kept going too. I mean, Tesla actually just they're I don't even they're they no they're still open. I think they got like another 20 minutes or 10 minutes or something. But yeah, I mean, look, Tesla's currently at 202.28. Uh, man, that's wild. We crushed that, dude. We crushed that play. Congrats to any of the bag brigaders that followed me on that one. I know it was a little sketchy at first, but my God. And Apple should pay out too. And we got another week on that. Tesla does expire tomorrow. That's why I offloaded the majority of the positions today. Now I did get into some Roku calls, meaning I thought, no, it's not that I thought. I didn't think it was going to go to $120. That is that I took a gamble and it went about two standard deviations out of what the implied move was going to be, which they were saying it was going to be about a 13% move from its current price at 94, which is about a which is about $12 something, like 1250 points. So in either direction. So I did the math. Okay, so let's just say 12. That'd been 90. That'd been sorry, 106. Something right around here would be the first implied move to the upside, and then do the same math for the downside. That'd be what, like 78. Okay, that would be like the implied move area. Well, I decided to go like about 1.5 to closer to two standard deviations beyond that because if I can buy a contract for $25 and sell it the next day for 800 because it goes parabolic, in the upward direction, which is exactly what happened last time. Roku had their earnings. They were trading at like 55, and I bought the $80 calls expiring the next day, and I bought them for $25 a piece, and I sold them for about $800 a piece. It was insane. Somewhere around here. Yeah, it was wild. So there are there that I'm just trying to say like you can make some serious dough, but it's these you got to understand these two standard, three standard deviation out of the money option plays are designed to lose. Basically, I mean, if they're implying a 13% move and you're going to go 20%, 26%, doubling that's two standard deviations in whatever direction you feel, yeah, you're going to get to the options for super cheap. I mean, it should be most of them should be around, $50 or less. Okay, so you buy at least what, two of those, because you always want to buy at least two, because that way you can sell one if you're right and make the rest of your play free. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, Roku didn't apparently they didn't report well. I don't know what happened, but they went down. So that plays clots, but whatever, you know. That's why you don't go heavy on those types of plays. You just want exposure, because if it does go your way, you can make thousands of percent gains. It's wild. Anyways, um, other than that, I mean, let's just look at the broad market itself. So, SPY. I mean, we already looked at SPY. We're gonna go in an hour. I mean, obviously we had turbulence at like 504. I mean, we still closed above 500, which is crazy. The QQQ, which is the Nasdaq, they're actually struggling to get back to their all-time highs. I mean, they got to their all-time highs, but they're actually having a hard time. Um, getting back up, as SPY is now basically right back at the level, which usually is not. It's usually QQQ that's doing that. So that might be showing weakness in the tech sector. Dow Jones looks just like SPY almost. The IWM had an insane rebound after that disgusting fall the other day, which is the small cap, the Russell 2000. Excuse me, the 10-year yield today spiked and then came right back down, which means that TLT, which is the 20-year bond ETF, which is basically the inverse of the 10-year yield, the TNX, uh, didn't have a horrible day, but they've been getting clobbered. The dollar is down on the day, or wait, yeah, down on the day. But you see that spike right there, though. That was from the other day. I mean, like the dollar is still elevated. Anything over 100 to me is elevated as far as the DXY ETF, like the dollar index ETF. I know that the Japanese yen to US dollar is at one of these levels that we were back at. I believe it was in September of. Oh no, it was okay. So it happened three times. Oh, we're about to do a triple top here. That was October. Yeah, when we hit lows in the market in October of 2022, and on the SPX, the SP 500, the lowest we've gotten, this thing spiked to the top that day. And then it took all the way back to about November of last year to get right back to the level. And then the Japanese government stepped in and intervened. And of course, and they did the same thing here too. They did it a lot. This is when the banking crisis. Wait, sorry. This is when SVB happened. This is when we had our first pullback in the bull run. Now, anyways, it's good to follow those types of things. Crypto has been going crazy. I mean, I'm actually kind of shocked at what it's doing right now. I mean, Ethereum has gone parabolic. I mean, so is Bitcoin, Dogecoin. What are you doing? I mean, no, they're not playing along as much, but like this is crazy. I mean, Ethereum is by literally they're about to break through the 50% fib level. I'm still holding 6 coins. I sold six of them like right here. So I could have held more, but what else? But yeah, I mean, so these are just things you need to pay attention to if you want to like understand the market. Um, it's the market is a very confusing, intertwined roller coaster ride that you just kind of have to, take some gut punches and lose some money, especially when you trade options. To respect the game, like respect, understand it, right? Um, I mean, that's what happened to me. I mean, I lost a ton of money when I first started doing this, but I needed to like feel that pain, that whatever, to like, it's the only way you're really gonna learn. But back to Tesla. Disney's at 112. That's crazy. That thing has rebounded. Well, here's Nvidia, the mother or the god of all stocks, right? Well, like I was trying to say in the last video, I'm going to say it again because I don't think a lot of people are watching. When you see Nvidia down during trading hours, like, a percent or two, you have to ask yourself a question, right? Because it's literally it's the driving force behind the market right now. That and a lot of the other mega caps like Apple and Amazon and Google and yeah, I don't even think I can say Tesla anymore. It doesn't matter, but like Nvidia is like the king of kings. When you start to see sickness in Nvidia, you need to ask yourself, well, okay, well, what the hell is the rest of tech doing? Okay, are they going up or are they going down? Well, Apple at the end of the day, and same with Tesla, seriously, but well, Tesla was going up all day, but Google, wasn't playing along. Meta wasn't really playing along. Netflix was definitely playing along. Meta, wait, did we ever do that? Yeah. But you have to ask Amazon. See, so what I'm seeing from this is, yeah, Nvidia wasn't playing along too well, but then you had certain of the Mag Sevens or whatever you want to call it, the Fantastic Five or the Super Six or the Fabulous Four or the, you know, I don't care. What I'm saying is, um, when you see Nvidia start to roll over and be sick, and Amazon and Google and Apple and Tesla and Netflix and any of the big boys are also not playing along and rotating down to the downside, that is when you will want to be watching SPY or QQQ, because that will drastically affect them, and that will be a rollover moment. Legitimately, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to crash. What I am saying is it's something that you need to pay attention to because there's an opportunity to play the downside, especially on Nasdaq right here. I mean, if Nvidia goes and all that, I mean, you have a great opportunity to buy about a week out puts, even like $10 out of the money, just like we did with the Tesla play. Uh, so think about that. Watch Nvidia and then watch the other big techs. Like if Nvidia's sick and red and going down, but Apple and all the other big boys are not and they're playing ball, then I I, I don't see a lot of movement, but at least it's gonna hold. But if you start to see all of them be red, yes, that is time for you to be concerned because at that point there really is not much holding us up anymore. I hope everybody got something out of this on that note. I mean, I'm just trying to do these videos more regularly. I mean, I hope you guys like them. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you guys like, to be honest with you. Excuse my language. I know you don't like my pretty face, though. But with that being said, I do appreciate again all you bad readers tuning in and anybody else who's tuned in. And, hopefully you find this informative. I'm always open to, oh, who's pinging me? Anyways, with that being said, yeah, I mean, I hope you got something out of this. We do have data tomorrow. Oh, I have to show you this. Sorry. Be prepared for tomorrow. We do have the building permits. That is going to be at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Oh, here, I know. Just put it on Eastern time so you can see it. Okay. Yep. We have PPI month over month and Michigan consumer sentiment. That's gonna move the market a little bit. Not gonna lie. Is there anything more granular that I'm missing for tomorrow? Um, Building permits, PPI month over month, building permits month over month, core PPI. We got house starts month over month. Federal Reserve Bar member Barr is speaking at 9:10 a.m. Yeah, Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report at 10 a.m. Eastern. Federal Reserve Daily is speaking at 12:10 Eastern, and right getting close to the market close, we have Bo Pill speech. So that's what you got tomorrow. Again, again, um, sorry, Discord's blowing me up right now. Y'all want to see the Discord server? All right, here you go. Oh, we're not gonna look at that. That's not cool. This is the server. I'm sure you guys. Whoa, not cool, guys. Just to give you a quick rundown. So I mean, boom. Here's the welcome screen, rules and shit, social links. These are exchanges you can get for free. This is where I announce stuff. That's where I call people out for spamming. That's our support channel. These are testimonials that we have. This is the premium upgrade, which is closed at the moment. And then we have, market updates, morning and daily recaps, reports, economic calendars, earnings calendars, analyst suggestions, upgrades, downgrades, from any like professional analyst. This is where all these videos get dropped. These are other YouTube videos. We have our Twitter feeds. We have our wall of pains where people post losses. We have our wall of gains where people post their gains. We have technical analysis. We even have a technical analysis request form if somebody wants to TA on something that, for instance, today we went ahead and did Boeing. Somebody asked for it. There's a request form right there. Boom. Trade ideas. You got a trade idea, whether it's an option or a stock. There's the form and example how to fill it out. We do have our premium alerts. For the pirates. That's me. Check alerts, and I have every single one of the plays that I'm currently in its own thread to keep the chatter out of the main chat. That's my boy Just Success and his plays. We got Max Ricks, we got Gammonomics, Josh alerts, and my boy Logo alerts. Okay, then we do some free alerts. I'll throw them out there. Penny stock plays. We don't really do that often, but we do sometimes. Also, we have crypto plays. And then we have our voice channels. I'm sorry, our chat channels, like typing chat channels. We have the private, like premium pirate channel. We have just straight up market chat. We have our gang chat, which is more just like people posting music and stuff like that. This is just music. Y'all can't see this. Y'all don't have access to this. But these are just like beats that I've made that I save on here that, you know, I don't know, use it as like free storage. Then you have our voice channels. This is the music bot channel if you want to play music while you're in a channel, like from your Spotify. You have our pirate VC, which is private. You have market in general. Those are public. Well, obviously, markets to be talked about. Market stuff. General is more for messing around. And then if someone leaves their keyboard on, it goes to the FK. And then I have a private session set up for one-on-one tutorials and things like that. This stuff will be coming later, but this is just like more educational information that we have put together on how options work and just about everything else. And the rest of the stuff you can't see because that is private. That is where the staff information is. But anyways, I just wanted to run you through that. I don't want to talk your heads off. I want you to have a good night. Let's shout out to Tesla. Let's shout out to Apple. Fuck you, Roku. uh, and yeah, looking forward to what the rest of the year brings, fam. I'm really, really doing so. So, with that being said, please, please smash the like button. Please hit subscribe. It really helps out. As much as cliche as that sounds with every YouTuber out there, and I don't even consider myself a YouTuber, but I'm just saying. Uh, yeah, I'll leave y'all with this, and I'll see you in the next one.